Manchester City are not going to treat the upcoming Champions League final as a cakewalk, but the recently crowned English champs might have a trick or two up their sleeves. Marcus Rashford is a Manchester United man through and through, but that doesn't mean the youngster won't consider a future move away from Old Trafford. Robert Lewandowski is a modern-day great, there's no arguing the fact. However, the poll has once again shown just why he's a footballing legend. Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid's title chase went down to the wire, but finally Diego Simeone's men sustained their challenge. So Sancho really wants to play for Manchester United? Have Juventus already found Ronaldo's replacement? All this and more on tonight's show, so make sure to subscribe to our channel and gear up for some really interesting stories and discussion on the game we can never get enough of. Jadon Sancho has only one aim. While he was unable to secure a move to Manchester United last summer, that hasn't deterred the Borussia Dortmund winger from craving for a switch to Old Trafford. The young England international has been in great form for the Germans once again, ending the current campaign with the DFB Pokal. However, Dortmund might not be able to convince the player to stay at the Signal Iduna Park any longer, with reports claiming that the player's asking price has dropped considerably. And while Chelsea are another club that's been credited with an interest in the youngster, it appears that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's team is where Sancho's heart lies. This would definitely irk the Blues, who had been confident about their chances of stealing a march ahead of their Manchester rivals. From where we stand, United are likely to make a move for the mercurial winger this summer and might be eager to sort things out before the European Championship, where Sancho is expected to play a starring role for Gareth Southgate's side. But United might also be keeping their options open. While Sancho would cost the side around £80 million, the Red Devils might not want to spend a big portion of their transfer budget on one player and ignore other key positions. This is why the second-placed English Giants could make a move for Bayern Munich's Kingsley Coman, who was previously linked with the team last summer and would be a cheaper alternative. Inter ace set to leave? Inter Milan might have successfully ended Juventus' monopoly in Italian football, but Antonio Conte's men are not out of the woods yet. The Nerazzurri's financial crisis is well documented, and in order to stay afloat, they will have to sell a few players. One of the players whose departure might ease some of the financial pressure would be Argentine international Lautaro Martinez. The young striker has been in fine form throughout the current campaign and has been constantly linked with a move to Spain, with the likes of Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid touted as preferred destinations. And it appears that the player's representatives are already in Spain in order to engineer a move to Madrid. More on this story as it develops. Mourinho wants rising star. With Edin Dzeko likely to leave Roma this summer, Jose Mourinho's first order of business will be to make a move for a striker. The Portuguese tactician has reportedly already set his sights on Netherlands striker Wout Weghorst, who has scored 25 goals in all competitions for VfL Wolfsburg this season. However, the 28-year-old Dutch international won't come cheap, with a fee in the region of €30 million needed to make the transaction. But it remains to be seen if the former AZ man would want to ditch Champions League football in order to play for a team that might be going through a period of transition. Juve target Barcelona star. With Cristiano Ronaldo's departure looking more and more likely, Juventus are aware that they must sign a big-name player in the summer. More than that, they need someone who can start moving things forward from the get-go. According to reports, the Bianconeri are eager to sign France international Antoine Griezmann from Barcelona. The 28-year-old hasn't done badly with the Blaugrana this season, but he hasn't necessarily set the world on fire either. However, a move to Italy might be exactly what the forward needs. Moreover, Barcelona's financial situation is such that they would be eager to let go of some of the high earners at the club, and so they might even be willing to sell Griezmann for a loss. Rashford opens up on future aims. Marcus Rashford has become a star at Manchester United since making his debut for the club about 4 years ago. At the age of 23, the England international is being heralded as the club's future, and while he's eager to create a legacy at Old Trafford, the winger has some ambitions of his own, including the notion of taking on a new challenge outside of England. While speaking to The Guardian, the youngster revealed that he is a big fan of Real Madrid and Barcelona. Other than United, I'm a big fan of Real Madrid and Barcelona because they've always had great players and played attractive football. Everybody watches Real Madrid and Barcelona. Rashford would be eager to win his second European trophy when Manchester United face Villarreal in the Europa League final on May 26th. Lewandowski makes history again. The thing about players like Ronaldo, Messi and Lewandowski is that every other week they're setting or breaking another record. These three players have set the bar for future stars, and we're certain that their standards will be hard to meet. In Bayern Munich's final day showdown with Augsburg, Lewandowski made Bundesliga history after scoring his 41st goal of the season. By doing so, the Polish striker broke Gerd Muller's long-standing record of 40 goals in a single Bundesliga campaign. Last season he'd scored 55 goals in all competitions as Bayern won everything they competed for. By doing so, Lewandowski has already secured a place among the greatest players of all time, and we can't wait for him to finally win the Ballon d'Or award, something he should have won last year. Atletico Madrid finally get it right. They just don't like doing things the easy way, do they? Back in January, Atletico had a 12-point lead over Real Madrid in La Liga and were on course to winning their first league title since the 2013-14 campaign. Their captain Koke says that the team is destined to suffer, and indeed, they really like to complicate things on their own. Despite being on top since week 12, Diego Simeone's men were hanging on for dear life in the last few weeks. Any other season and they might have relinquished their top place. When they lost a game, either Madrid or Barcelona failed to take the initiative. This is quite a strange title race, but thankfully they were able to finally get the job done. They were losing the game against Valladolid, who were destined for relegation. However, goals from Angel Correa and Luis Suarez made sure that there was no plot twist this time around. And while Real Madrid did manage to win against Villarreal, the result ended up being a mere consolation for a side that could be looking for a new manager this summer. Suarez's goal was 21st of the season, but more importantly, the title win means much more to the Uruguayan, who was discarded so unceremoniously by Barcelona, who deemed him surplus to requirements. The mistake has really cost Barcelona big time, who struggled for goals this season in many games, and might have been in the title race if they'd held on to one of their longest serving players. Nonetheless, you can't say that Atletico didn't deserve this title. Manchester City's secret to conquering Europe. City are set to take on Chelsea in the Champions League final later this month, and Pep Guardiola would be eager to finally win the competition after a long wait. The last time he won the title was when he was making headlines at Barcelona. This time around though, you have to feel that City are a very different side to the one that kept choking in key moments. They've won the league, lifted the Carabao Cup, and if they win the Champions League, they'll become only the second English side to win a European treble. The citizens have already shown that they can be a difficult team to beat in the final stage of any competition. And while they don't have experience of playing in a Champions League final, the current squad composition is nearly perfect. In Alexander Zinchenko, they have a marauding fullback who links up well with teammates. João Cancelo has been transformed into a very unique fullback in the sense that the Portugal international morphs into a midfielder during the attacking phase of games. This gives the team a numerical advantage in the middle of the park, thus allowing the likes of Phil Foden and Riyad Mahrez to break the lines. Such organised chaos is the reason why City are a very difficult side to defend against. This numerical advantage creates overloads that make man marking very difficult, and if a team opts for zonal marking, chances are that one tiny lapse in concentration could result in a goal. On top of that, Pep Guardiola likes to see his players press high up the field, and you'll see that all City players know exactly how to complement one another's pressing. Such tactics not only allow the team to have greater possession, but also force opponents into making mistakes. City are likely to use the 4-3-3 system with a false 9. Ferran Torres has played the role really well, and the young Spaniard might be given a surprise starting role in the final. However, it's their ability to score goals without a recognised striker that makes City such a dangerous team to play against. From midfield, you've got the likes of Kevin De Bruyne and Ilkay Gundogan, who are in double figures already. Moreover, Guardiola has never been scared of making bold decisions. The Spanish tactician decided to bench Raheem Sterling in favour of Phil Foden, and the youngster has really nailed down his spot. The left-footed talent is a vital cog in the team's attacking input, and his darting runs and ability to switch flanks when needed is going to cause a lot of panic in Chelsea's defence. This unpredictability and the ability to stretch defences through some high-end tactical choices is what makes Manchester City a tough side for Chelsea. And while they might have a bad first half just like they did in both legs against PSG, you can bet that they'll come out stronger than ever after the break. What other factors do you think make Manchester City such a difficult side to beat? Let us know your thoughts in the comments and make sure not to leave without becoming a part of our clan.